Hey everybody! Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. My name is Robin. If this is your first time working with me or watching me, etc., I am an intuitive healer, coach, guide, etc. And thank you so much for everyone who's taking the time to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Horseman Readings. And if you have any issues finding my YouTube channel, you can always find that through my link tree in my profile here on Facebook. And I really appreciate everyone who takes the time as well to like these videos and of course comment even if you're watching on the replay. So today we are working on our weekly energy forecast for the 13th to the 19th of March. And there's so much stuff going on energy-wise. Today I'm working with my tarot and angel cards. And so Saturn moved into Jupiter, which is a really big deal. That was on the 7th. So what's happening here is that's just signifying really, really, really big, massive growth. And I just did my guided meditation for everyone that's in my membership group. So that's beginner, pro, and VIPs. The way that my membership works is you pay a monthly fee, and depending on which plan you choose, you will have access to different videos. So the guided meditations are there, excuse me, on the 11th of the month. All right, so let's set an intention here. I'm also underneath TikTok and Instagram, so you might see my lives, daily readings there, etc. Okay, setting an intention for our week is really important. I just started a new Facebook group called well, I'll put it in the link in the comments. So whether you're watching this through YouTube or Facebook, okay? So you can just click the link and check it out there if you're interested. But I just set an intention for myself today in there. And it was encouraging other people to do that because it's kind of neat to see when we set an intention how everything really starts to unfold that way. So just reminding yourself not just to do that on a daily basis, but to do that on a weekly basis. So if you're hopping on and you would like a card, let me know. Those are some of the perks that I do for people when I'm doing live. So that's why instead of pre-recording, sometimes I like to take the time to do something live so somebody can get a little bit of love in the moment. So let's see what's coming up here. All right, so my intention for my week, this week, is going to be to bring in the energy of love. And so love is one of those things that can indicate, sure, romance, but it can also be, because I'm about to go on my honeymoon soon, which is amazing. But it's also like love can be in relation to family as well, bringing more harmony and balance in there, having more healthy communication. So this might relate to you as well. And love can also be like with my pet, showing my pet more love, receiving more love from him. This could be also like love in terms of appreciation and gratitude as well. That was just in my guided meditation that I did. We talked about the importance of bringing in gratitude and also focusing in on what we already have. And by doing that, we're going to amplify more energy. So keep that in mind if you're not adding gratitude into your life on a regular daily basis. That's something to just start doing, okay? So maybe that's an intention for you as well to bring more gratitude in this week. Whatever it is for you, I'd love to hear. Again, if you're hopping on and you'd like a card, just let me know. Because sometimes I want to make sure my comments are working too. So even if you don't want a card, feel free to say hello or what you're grateful for just to get the energy up as well, okay? So 6 represents balance. So what you're going to be finding throughout the week is this is really a time where you're noticing if you're too much in your heart and you're being taken advantage of, or the other way around, you're holding back. Maybe you're like being a little cheap right now, or you're in a lack mindset, things like that. So pay close attention to your relationships this week as well, because what you're going to be finding is if you're not in that give and take, and it's not really healthy in your relationship, you're going to notice it like extra this week, and it's going to force you to take a second look at yourself and ask yourself, if I'm the reason why this relationship is out of balance, maybe do I need to put some boundaries in there? Do I need to communicate more about that? Or is it time where things have changed and I'm growing and it's time for me to walk away from this person? Okay, so we want to put our best foot forward this week for sure. It's definitely a time I see people shaking hands. I see people going to sound baths, sound reading, something like that. That's something I'm starting to incorporate more of, is more sound healing again, where I'm opening back up to in person. And I have a retreat coming up in May, so that's something I'm going to be doing, some sound healing. It's going to be outside, so you can check that out through horsemanreadings.com as well. But it's a really great week for getting together in group settings. I also have a Reiki Level 1 coming up on March 11th. That's tomorrow. I'm doing this on Friday. So if that's something you feel called to, there's still time to hop in. It's over Zoom. So 10, this is really talking about completion, okay? This is really talking about somebody who might have been having issues with distraction, lack of focus, lack of self-care, self-healing, things like that. So this is saying that it's time to start moving forward with your health, with your goals. Sound healing just keeps coming up. I think if you go for a sound healing session, you can come to me for a sound healing session if you're local. I can also do sound healing through distance as well, of course using my microphone and things like that, but I do find an in-person sound healing is better. Could I get a card, please? Yes. Thank you for commenting as well, because I was about to look at my phone and see if people were commenting. So thank you, Derek, for doing that. I always like seeing your face here, not face, words. Upside down temperance, Derek. So this is you. And again, this is for this week, okay, coming up. So it hasn't happened yet. This is you not seeing yourself in terms of like in your highest good. You're welcome, Derek. You too. Oh, you're so sweet. So this, and what I mean by not seeing yourself in your highest light, it's just because you're doing such a great job. So this is going to be this week. It's really important that you have a reward system in place, because you might be so ambitious and doing so much that it can kind of become one of those things where it's like, okay, on to the next thing, where it's like, okay, what my suggestion would be is to stop and kind of smell the roses / buy the roses for yourself. So I see you maybe picking up a bouquet of flowers that you love, even if they're like fresh from somebody's garden or something, just bring them into the home. And really it's making me feel emotional, being like, oh my God, I'm doing such a great job. Like, I'm so worthy of all of the things that are coming in, even if they haven't come in exactly the way you want them to yet, they're coming in. Okay. So it's like you're rewarding yourself sometimes even before the things have happened, okay? Because I know you trust so deeply. Buying a new plant. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So are you currently doing that, or you're planning on doing that? It's interesting because I was just doing some of my gardening before I came on here. I'm planting some herbs and cooking with herbs. I have some like mint in my drink here. And the element of a plant or an herb, things like that, it's so healing, because not only are we allowing ourselves to adapt a bit more by working with plants and plant medicine, because they kind of teach us so much about kind of how to live and how to be. But I feel like, I don't know what's coming up right now, is like working with the element of a plant can help us during times of adversity and can be supportive for flexibility. Okay, so if you're working on being more flexible or going through any shifts, aside from, as we're talking about, gratitude, plants, herbs, medicines like that might be helpful too. Okay. And so if you need support with that, I also sell teas now, herbal tinctures, and I'm starting to get into all kinds of stuff like that. And it's pretty magical. It's pretty amazing. No, that can be a reward for next week. Okay, perfect. So again, even though we're pulling up a card for someone, this is still related to the weekly. It's just kind of like helping us get more messages. Okay, so I'm feeling a lot around the throat chakra. So this week will be a week where if you are not communicating in your best light, in your best ways, I feel like it could be a rough week for some people. So if you've been doing a lot of throat chakra work, then you're going to find that like keep communicating very clearly, very loudly, a lot. And I think you're going to find you're going to have major epiphanies, breakthroughs. People are going to be really responsive to you. However, if you're one of those people who you have a lot of insecurities, you're still a little bit nervous, you've got a lot of nervous tension, that could create some obstacles for you this week, okay? So pay close attention to that. Probably where sound healing was coming up, because sound healing can really help you clear some of those things, and probably why herbal plant medicine is also coming up, because often we will drink and eat plants, which again can help heal us in ways that we wouldn't even expect, okay? So the devil card this week probably related to that, because the devil usually talks about ways where we're feeling a bit limited. And a lot of times we'll say like finances can get in the way. I do my best when I'm offering things that I always make sure that it can fit into everybody's financial agenda, I guess. Even if it's at a small amount, at least there's some type of action you can get. So if it's like the $11 and the 11 cents in my membership group, that is not very much money, right? And then you have access to some support through email and things like that. That's how I create my content. But regardless, that's coming up because it's when we make excuses. That's really been coming up a lot with myself as well, noticing where I'm making excuses. And also noticing that around other people, where you're seeing, okay, they could do something, but they're choosing not to. So the devil is showing us that there are going to be some choices, big choices, because of this Saturn in Pisces energy. We are changing, we are evolving. Therefore, we're going to have to make some big choices. And so this card is saying, don't limit yourself in any way. Don't get in your own way. Now, going back into relationships, if you are going to be struggling with any type of relationship, say there's someone who's just really difficult or who you don't like, maybe you don't like your boss, something like that, that's making me feel really stressed out all of a sudden. So if that's the case for you, you know you have to be around someone. I'm getting to just really nip it in the butt. What is it that's going on that you need to tackle? That was really weird how my phone just went off all of a sudden into like some person. So it does feel like there's a male, that this is related to a male, okay? And that there might be someone who you don't like how they're treating other people, something like that, and it really bothers you. So again, nip it in the butt. Either do you need to say something? Do you need to call them out on it? Do you need to just cancel a plan really quickly, but something needs to be done about it and it feels like really immediately? And then what you're going to be finding is you're no longer allowing those types of people to come into your life. You're not letting those patterns of behaviors happen to you anymore, because often we're allowing people to mistreat us, or we're allowing things to happen because we're choosing that for ourselves too. Okay, so you might feel like you're not choosing certain things in your life, that it's out of your control, but you can choose how you respond to people, how you react to people, and that's more what this week is going to be about, is how are you choosing to react to people or things in certain situations, right? And so this is kind of one of those things where it's going to be a bit of a challenging week. But it feels like it could be, for some people, again, just more challenging than others, because as we're developing tools, we can almost expect the unexpected. We can prepare for the worst situation. Without expecting something bad to happen, we're already prepared because we've developed all the skills and tools to basically handle anything in our life. So we no longer have those like negative thinking patterns, or, oh my God, what if this? In a negative way. So do your best this week to say, but what if this happened? What if this could happen? And so the what ifs in a positive way will be really supportive for you. I'm also feeling like the word contrast is coming up this week as well. So contrast is basically when, say, we've got black and white, right? It's like one extreme and another extreme. And so you might find that your energy, especially with some of these changes, is a bit high and low. Okay, so do your best to recognize what is making you high, right? So, and not in that way, as we're talking about plant medicine. It might be that I really get a high off of working with people over the phone, but I really get drained when I'm working with people in person. Something like that, okay? So it's like, okay, so again, why am I, that's where things are out of balance. Why am I doing the things that drain me? Don't be hard on yourself about it. This is just an opportunity for you to see the light in situations, and also to see the light at the end of the tunnel, that it doesn't have to be that way. So big change this week. And then we have a couple more cards here. So if you are watching and you would like a message, let me know. I also did a monthly March reading. I'm going to be doing new moon readings as well. People have been enjoying my little deals that I'm doing around email readings. So basically, I do an unlisted YouTube video. We'll say like 10 or 12 minutes. And it's specific to your energy around the full moon or around the new moon. And it's just some support around those moon cycles, because for people that don't know, I do a lot of moon work. And in my membership group, you get support, theta healing downloads around the new moon and the full moon, and we do rituals. But it's also nice for anybody to just get that in their email. And on a monthly basis, I feel like it can be really helpful if you're not wanting to commit to anything, okay? I used to do those live events, but it's really nice for me, time-wise, to just be able to get it out that way. And you always get them by the new moon, and you'll always get them within 48 hours. So 10 of Swords endings. All right, this is really talking about triggers. Now my foot's asleep. This is really talking about concentration and focus. I've also been chatting with a lot of people who are intuitives, and they're really hard on themselves because they like to dabble, they like to explore things. But sometimes they're hard on themselves if they don't complete a task or something like that, right? So this is really saying that people are going to be kind of maybe pissing you off a little bit, but they're there to show you something, okay? They're there to show you how you need to change, all right? It's not about them changing, it's about you changing. So 10 of Swords is telling us that it's not time to look back. It's not time to dwell. And this is a time where the time is changing here where I live. So we're going to have more light, literally. We're going to be walking into spring soon. And so spring is really that time where we are planting seeds as well. So really focus in a bit more on that joy and that laughter, all right? Because if you're vibrating at a really high level, you'll be able to bring in the things that you desire, okay? Because you're grateful, you've got the right attitude, you've got the gift, you know? So keep developing those skills and tools if you're not doing that already. Again, my membership group is a great place. Just getting readings and healings, I'm always teaching tools there. And of course, you can join my class this Saturday. Our last card is just still the first card, and that's still talking about, in general, relationships are probably going to be the biggest thing that's going to be evolving and shifting and growing this week. So just pay close attention to who's coming into your energy field. Are they people that you want to be spending time with? I get that there might be some people coming into your world that could be a mentor, could be a leader, and they're absolutely there to help you shine your light. So it's also important to receive the healings, to receive the information, A, with a grain of salt, but two, allowing yourself to see yourself in a positive light, okay? See yourself receiving, see yourself loving, see yourself as a compassionate person. Even if somebody's telling you that you're not a good person or you're not nice, you are It's just sometimes people don't bring out the best in us, okay? So just reminding yourself, you've got to be with your peeps, and some of your peeps are leaving and some of your new peeps are coming in, okay? So it's a little different for everybody. Again, if you want a personal reading, go to horsemanreadings.com. A lot of people are booking in not through my booking link. The only thing that I ask is, like, if you are booking through me, that it's just, you know what time you want, and then you can just let me know, just so it's less back and forth. But my booking system works really well as well. All right, love you guys. We'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.